Embed the evidence inside the phone. OPPO, are you serious?
Ooh. The packaging box of the Find X9 Ultra has changed from a rectangular shape to a square box compared to the previous generation. Let's open it and take a look. Pocket Hasselblad. Oh, this is a white, slightly soft silicone full cover phone case. A 100-watt charging head. It would be better if it were a Type-C port and A to C data cable. I haven't seen the actual device either, but there are many renderings that look very similar. Which one is real? Let's see. Oh, it's white. It's called Polar Glacier, so the white isn't a mix of bark and metal. The back cover is a single piece of fiberglass material with some glacier patterns. The design elements on the back haven't changed much from the previous generation, but the changes are all in the details. The Hasselblad logo in the center of this ocular lens module is brighter than the previous generation, visible from any angle and in any light. That's right, the black circle in the center of this ocular lens module is no longer concentric but closer to a hexagonal shape. Although its corners are not very sharp, it is indeed hexagonal. Does it look good? Below the circular lens module, the small orange Hasselblad dot and the outer circle's numbers and small text are now placed within this hexagon, and the small orange dot has disappeared, replaced by a full circle of orange scale placed at the bottom layer of the circular lens module. The middle layer features the texture of the vertical lens focus ring, and the top layer is hexagonal. The edge of the previous generation's circular lens module was progressively layered, so this generation is very much like a camera and very Hasselblad. There are a total of 5 cameras. The one on top is a 10 times optical zoom, 50 million pixels, 2.75 over 1 inch with an aperture of f3.5 for 10 times super telephoto, while the one on the left is a medium telephoto with 3 times optical zoom, 200 million pixels and an aperture of f2.2. The base of this 3 times mid telephoto lens, wow, it's so large, 1.28 over 1 inch, supports a 15 centimeter telephoto specification. On the right is the 200 million pixel main camera with a base of 1.12 over 1 inch and an aperture of f1.5. Below is the 50 million pixel ultra wide angle, and to the right of the ultra wide angle is the second generation Danxia color reproduction lens. Although it still follows the dual periscope core strategy, this generation has stronger telephoto capabilities and a larger sensor. The previous generation had a body thickness of 8.8 millimeters, while this generation is slightly thinner at 8.6 millimeters. With the original factory film, the previous generation weighed 228.8 grams, and this generation is 236.9 grams. Oh, it's slightly heavier, but its battery has increased from 6,100 mAh to 7,050 mAh. The thickness of the previous generation's circular lens module, combined with the body, was 14.1 millimeters, and this generation's thickness is 15.2 millimeters. Another protruding point is the flash. The previous generation combined with the body thickness was 9.2 millimeters. This generation's thickness is 10.5 millimeters. The X9 Ultra still has a relatively middle frame, but I feel its grip compared to the previous generation, it will be more angular, and the volume button, power button, and the position of the shortcut key on the left side are the same as the previous generation, but it should be the only Ultra currently that retains the camera shortcut key, and it's an orange shutter button. Wow, that's very Hasselblad. The previous generation's shutter button and middle frame were on the same level, while this generation's camera shutter button has a chamfer around it, and the shutter button is slightly recessed. Then its screen size is 6.820 inches, with a bezel width of 1.4 millimeters, and all 4 sides are of equal width. However, the R-angle curvature is different from the Find X9 Pro. It is closer to the curvature of the previous generation's R-angle. Oh, the biggest upgrade of ColorOS 16 this time is that it has become the Gold Edition ColorOS 16. Wow, this little gold label not only looks prestigious, but also adds a lock screen island. The biggest difference between this lock screen island and the dynamic island is that it has 2 forms, the first being the capsule form. When QQ Music plays a song, it first turns into a lock screen card, which was the same logic in ColorOS 16, but now I can swipe down from any position below the card, while the top is not allowed, and swiping down turns it into the capsule form. Sliding up from the capsule position, it turns back into a lock screen card. The animation is very smooth. When a WeChat message comes in during the capsule state, it displays the WeChat contact's name and message content in capsule form. Text messages and app notifications are also displayed in capsule form, and you can switch capsules left and right. Wow, this animation is also very bouncy. Now, when you swipe up again, it's the multi-application notification card. The second is the immersive state, but this is divided by application. First, in the capsule state, click on QQ Music. Oh, first the time and date becomes smaller, leaving more space for the cover, lyrics, and the music card below. Meanwhile, the cover and lyrics can also be changed to display only the pure lyrics. Now I open another NetEase Cloud, 2 playback apps. Now sliding the card below, it can switch back and forth between the 2 music apps only in immersive mode. Then sliding down from any position in immersive mode, oh, it turns back into capsule mode. And another type that can be displayed is the map application, which shows the navigation route in full screen in real time. Then by tapping here, you can switch the current location and the complete route. By tapping the capsule below, it can switch back and forth with another map application, which is very efficient. This also makes the Find X9 Ultra more user-friendly. But the truly impressive aspect of this Ultra is that it